Hi everyone, welcome back to a new video. Today we are going to solve a new question from Top Interview 150 of LeetCode, and the question name is Candy. Here in the problem we have been given that the level of the question is hard. Okay, so although this question is given as a hard question, once we will understand the concept, it is going to be very easy to solve. You will know how to solve this and how to implement this and how to explain the intuition. Everything you will come to know once we get on with this video. Now let's understand what we have been asked in this question. What are the basic things that we have been asked in this question? So we have been told that we have been given n children and they are standing. Okay, now each children has been provided with a rating. Okay, now based on that rating we need to provide each children with a candy. Now we have been given two requirements. The requirements that we have been given is that each child should return should get at least one candy. So even if the rating of the person is 0, he will be receiving one candy at least. And children with a higher rating get more candies than their neighbors. Now let's say we have been given the example here is 102, right? Now if we consider this person, okay, now he has a 0 rating, so we know that this is kind of least rating, so he will be receiving only one candy. Now if we see that we have one here, based on this one, we can say that he has a rating which is higher than the neighbor, right? 1 is greater than 0, so one will be receiving one more candy, one candy more than the previous one. So we will be giving this the 0th index child as 2 candy. Okay, now again we see that we come here, we need to give minimum 1 candy. Therefore we see that the child has 2 rating and the rating of the previous child was 0, so this is like greater than 2 is greater than 0, therefore this child will also get 2 candies, right? Now what will happen? Therefore we will be returning total sum of all the candies that are possible, that is 2 plus 1 plus 2, which we will be giving as 5. So this is what you have to do. You need to return the minimum number of candies that you will be distributing to each child. Okay, and we need to sum it up and return the value. Now let's take different example and see the scenario what we have here. Okay, so like we have been given here 1 2 2. Now this child has one rating. Okay, now he will be receiving only one candy, as the person or the neighbor that he has a greater rating than himself, right? So he will be getting only one candy. Now since this 2 has a greater higher rating, so he will be getting two candies. Now this child that we have here, he has a rating equal to 2, but then also he will receive only one candy. Okay, so if we have a case such that the previous value and the current value are equal, then the current child will get only one candy. Okay, so this is kind of like not justifiable, but this is what we have to do here. If the child has equal candy, then the current child will get only one candy. Okay, so here we have to return the total 4 candies as the answer. Now what we are seeing here, like we are following a pattern, right? We are checking that if the current value that we have here and we are comparing them with this, we see that if the neighbor has a greater value or the greater rating, then he will be receiving only, means the current will only receive one candy. Otherwise, if this value is greater, then it will get 2 candies, right? So like we are observing a pattern till now that we are comparing this I value with I plus 1 value. Again here also we are doing the same. This 2 is getting compared with this 2, right? So if you will try to solve this question, the most is the basic approach that will come to your mind will be that you will be thinking that you have to move from like left to right, right? Because you are just comparing from one side. Means if this child has one rating and this child has 2 rating, so he will be getting one candy, and then we will again compare this child with another one, and it will get 2, and this child will get only one candy, right? And we also observed that minimum one candy will be provided to each child, right? So like, if let's say all of them have 0 rating, okay, so we can simply return the length of the array, right? So you need to remember this. There are some points that you need to remember, or the requirements, that at least one candy has to be provided to each child, and the neighbor rating matters for the current child, okay. So now let's take one more example. Let's say we have 1 2 2 1, okay. So if we are moving from this side, okay, from left to right like in the previous ones, so what we will be doing, we will be comparing both of these. We will see that one, like on the 0th index, we have a value which is less than the first index. So the person on, or the child on the first index will be getting only one candy. Fine, we will be moving forward again. Now this child will be getting a greater candy, right? Because he is having a rating of 2, which is greater than the previous one, and which is although equal to the like next one, but the first child who is getting the candy, or the first child who is getting the greater rating, will be getting 2 candy, okay. This, how does this 2 candy comes, right? The candy will be like the one greater than the previous one, okay. So let's say, if instead of 1 3 1 2 2 1, instead if it is like, let's say 1 2 3 2 1, okay. So the child who is having a 3 rating, he will get one more than the previous child, okay. So that means if the previous child is getting 2 candies, then the child with a rating of 3 will get 3 candies, okay. I hope you are getting it. Means each, at every step we will be increasing the candies one by one, according to the previous child, okay. So now we know that. Now let's remove that, remove the child that we brought in between. Now if let's say we have the previous question only, so here we have 2. Now the child, according to the previous, if we are comparing these both, so according to that, these both are equal, so this child with 2 rating will be getting only one candy. Now when we will be comparing this 2 and 1, again we see that this child has a lesser rating, so he will also get one candy. Now we see that the child who is having a rating of 2 and the rating of 1, both are getting equal candy, and this is not this is not justifiable, right? Means if the person is having a greater rating, then also he is getting the same candy as as compared to the another or the upcoming child, then it is not right. So if you are thinking that you will be moving from left to right and you will be comparing only in one direction, then you will be getting a wrong answer, because you will be leaving out some test cases or some cases where, if the child, like here we have the upcoming child or the next child is having a lesser rating than the uh, previous one, or in the current state where we are, like we are here, and this child has a greater rating and both are getting equal, this will only be justified if we move from the opposite direction, right? If we move from right to left, now what will happen, we will compare these both and we will see that this 2 is greater than 1. Again what we will do, we will increase the value by 1 for this, right? So we will give it as a 2 candy, or we will give the child as 2. So then only we will be getting a proper answer, and it will be like, yeah, the number of candies provided is correct, okay. So the approach that we will be following here, in that we will be using, this is kind of a brute force approach, okay. So here what we will be doing, we will be having a O of n space complexity, and the time complexity will be O of n only, okay. Now how do we know that how do we initialize the array, or what extra space we are taking, we need to know that, right? So first of all, we know that we will be moving from left to right. So for that we will write down the required code snippet or the pseudocode, and then we will we will move forward and we will see how do we go from right to left or in the reverse direction. So for now what we will do, we will create an array, and we know that every child will have minimum one candy, right? So we will initialize our array with one candy, and it will be size of n, right? The number of the number of children or the number of ratings that we have been given, it will be of that size only. Now what we have to do, we will be iterating from left to right, and we will check if the person on the on the I plus 1 index is having a greater rating, then what will happen, he will be having one candy greater than previous one, right? So if we are going like this, for I is equals to 0 to less than n minus 1, right? We cannot go till less than n, because we will be comparing till here only. If we will take the comparison till here, then we will get index out of range, right? To avoid that, we will be going till n minus 1. And now what we will check, we will be checking if ARR of I is less than ARR of I plus 1, right? So what we have to do, if this value is greater, then we need to increment the value by 1 from the previous one. If the previous person has one, like we have this, right? So this person is having one candy, this, the person with 2 rating will get one more than the previous child, so he will get 1 plus 1, right? So what we will do, ARR of I plus 1 will have ARR of I plus 1, right? He will have one candy more than the previous child. Okay, now we know that if we are moving from left to right, we will have this. Now let's move from the we will be moving in the reverse direction now. So according to this, let's write down the array that we will get. So the array that we will get here is, we will be initializing this with 1 1 1 and 1. Now we will compare this both. 2 is greater than 1, so the value of it will increment by 1 and it will become 2. So let's write down. Now we will get 1 2 1 1, right? Now we will compare these both. Since both are equal, the count will remain as 1 only, and again we will move forward. This 2 is greater than 1, again the 1 will be remaining, the count or the candy count will be remaining as 1 only for the last value also. Now we will be moving in the opposite direction. So why are we actually moving? Because this is not justifiable, or the child who is having a greater candy according to the upcoming child, we are not checking for that condition, and in order to avoid that problem, or the the problem that we are facing, in order to avoid that, we are moving in the opposite direction. So what we will do now, we will be comparing with this value with this, okay, and we will move in this direction or in the reverse order. So we will be starting one more loop. Now what we will do, we will be comparing this value with this value, right? So let's say we are let's start this value from n minus 2, okay? So how do we compare? This 2 and 1 is there, okay? Now we will be comparing this value that we have here and this value that we have here. So we will go from I is equals to n minus 2 till greater than or equals to 0, okay? So, and how do we compare? We need to check for this value, if this is greater or not. So how we will check? If ARR of I is greater than ARR of I plus 1, means if this 2 is greater than 1, then what we have to do? We need to get the value which is more than this. Means if we are storing 1 for this 1 rating child, then this child or the child with rating of 2 will receive 2 candies. So it will get ARR of I plus 1 plus 1, right? Means this child is having, initially they are having 1 candy only, right? And we need to increment with the previous order. So he will be getting the ARR of, means the child who is having the candy at this index plus 1, okay? So we will have ARR of I is equals to ARR of I plus 1 plus 1, okay? So now we are thinking that here we are kind of coming into the way in which we are about to get our answer, right? Now let's say we have here ARR of I plus 1 plus 1. Okay, so what will happen? We will get 1 2 2 1 as the candies also. Till now the approach that we have followed is like valid for almost the of almost all the example that we have gone through. Now let's take one more example where the example is, let's say, 1 3 4 5 and 2. Okay, and the output, expected output here will be 11. Okay, now let's say the let's see if the approach we are following will be validating this output, this array or not, or this example or not. So we are moving from left to right first. So we will let's take the initial array. It will be initialized with 1. Now we will compare this 1 and 3. So this 3 is greater and it will therefore increment by 1. We will get 2 here. Now again we will check here and we will see that this 3 and 4. Okay, so what will happen? We are taking here 1 3, this is greater, so it will become 3. Now in the same way this 5 is greater than 4, so this will become 4. Now this 5, when we will be comparing this 5 and 2, so this 2 is lesser than 5, right? So it will be 1 only. Now let's move in the reverse direction. Okay, so this will be as it is, and now let's say we have this 5. Okay, so according to the code that we have here, this n minus 2 value and n minus 1 we will be comparing. So 5 is greater than 2, and according to that what we were following, that whatever value we had here, means if we are having 1 here, then it will become 1 plus 1, right? Therefore we will be storing only 2 here. Then what is happening, if we are changing only according, means we are entirely changing the array, then we will be getting a wrong answer here, because means if we are following in the reverse order, we will be getting lesser candies, right? This child will be getting only 2 candies if we move in the reverse order, right? And we cannot have that, because this child deserves 4 candies. And in order to avoid that, in order to avoid this mistake, what we will do here, we will check the max. Okay, so on this index, previously whatever value we have stored, we will calculate the maximum of that. Okay, so what we will do, we will take maximum of ARR of I comma ARR of I plus 1 plus 1. Okay, so now from this index we are getting 2, right? We are incrementing the value by 1 and we are getting 2. So, and the previously stored value was 4. So what we will do, when we take max of it, so the answer stored will be 4. Now what we'll have, we will have 1 4. In the same way, if we had followed the previous value, according to that what we had got, means 1, if we had followed the previous order, according to that we had got here, we would have gotten here like here so we will not increment anymore. But what will happen, let's say now this value we have here. Okay, and we have 4 and 5, this 4 here we have, and this 5 here. So according to that, if we have this code here, means if ARR of I is greater than I plus 1, so here this condition is failing. Okay, fine, but this condition that we have, till here it would have been correct, like from here this side it will not matter, but here for this 5 and 2 this would have created a problem, right? Because what was happening, the expected answer would have been 4 and the child would have only got 2. So in order to avoid that, what we will do, we will find the max of the value at that index and the index in the I plus 1 value. Okay, so what we will do here, max of ARR of I plus 1 and ARR of I. So now what we have to do, simply we will sum it up and return. Okay, so out of the loop we will take the sum, return sum of array. I hope you were able to understand this. Okay, so now let's code it out, and again then after that we will discuss the optimal approach for it. So let's see the code now. First what we will do, we will take the length of the array, length of the ratings, and with of that length only we need to initialize an array which will be storing the values, right? So we will be, and we have to initialize that with 1, right? Because the minimum number of candies will be 1 for each child. Now what we have to do, we will be iterating from left to right. So we will go till n minus 2, therefore I have given n minus 1 here. Now what we have to do, we will be comparing if ARR of I is less than ARR, sorry, it will not be ARR of I, it will be ratings of I, right? We have to compare the ratings of I plus 1. Then what we have to do here, we will be storing ARR, in ARR of I plus 1 we will be storing one value greater than the value at ith position. So ARR of I plus 1. Now we will move from right to left. So we will take for I in range of n minus 2 minus 1 and minus 1, right? So if ratings at I is greater than ratings of I plus 1, then what we need to do here, we have to return ARR of I is equals to max of ARR of I comma ARR of I plus 1 plus 1. And now what we are doing here, when in the reverse order we are comparing and we are storing the max value. Out of the loop what we have to do, we need to return sum of, so we will take directly sum of ARR. Now let's try to run it. So the sample test cases have passed. Let's try to submit it. So this code has been accepted. Now we will see the optimal approach to solve this question. So now let's see the optimal approach. Now according to the optimal approach, what we will be doing, the extra space that we are taking here, we will be removing that, and we will be simply iterating on the loop, okay? Or we will be iterating on the ratings, and we will be getting the count of candy that we need to return, okay? So now let's see, we will be taking the example 1 2 3 and 3 1, okay? Now let's say we have this array. Now we see that as we are moving, we are incrementing the value according to the previous value that we observed in the previous condition also. So here the value that is getting increment is by 1, and here the value will be incremented by 2, and here again it will become 1, okay? So what is happening here, as we are moving till when we are seeing the value is incrementing, we are incrementing the value by that condition, or the amount that we are incrementing. Means if here once we are incrementing, the value will be incremented by 1, again we have another value which is greater than the previous value, so again it will increment by 1 value, right? Means from we are moving from 1 to 2, the difference between them is 1, right? And again we are moving from 2 to 3. So according to the previous value, if this is incremented by 1, this will be incremented by 2. So we are observing that we are incrementing the count by 1 only, but it is taking into the consideration the first value. Means if this is if we are considering a variable that let's say increment, so here increment value becomes 1, and then increment will become 2 here, and we can simply add it in our value, which means if we have the value as let's say we have taken this value as the answer. Now for the first value, initially we will be adding 1, okay? After that, how many candies we need to increment for the first one? We will be incrementing by 1. So 1 plus 1, for everyone the minimum candy will be 1, that we know. So what will happen here? This person will get 2 candies. Now initial will for now the person with rating 3, okay? So how many candies this person should get? 3 candies. Initial will be 1 and plus 2, okay? So this will be getting 3. So let's say if we have a loop such that we are keeping this increment as the count, okay, we are means keeping the increment in the count and we are adding it in our value. So what is happening basically, we are moving from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, okay. Now till now we are seeing only the incrementing value, okay. So we are moving from we are moving in an incrementing order. So according to that, if the increment value is 1 here, the increment value is 2 here. Now we know this condition, every child will get at least one candy. So let's say if we initialize this value with the length of the rating, that is we have 5 children here, minimum 5 candies will be there. So let's say we initialize it by 5 only, okay. Now what we have to do, this child has a lesser rating than this one, therefore the person with 2 rating will get 1 candy more than the previous one. So simply what we can do here, we can do 5 plus 1, right. And when we will be moving to 3, we will see that this child should get 2 more candy than the first one and 1 candy more than the previous one, right. So if we are storing the value in our increment variable, every time we see the value is increasing, it will keep on storing that variable, like that value, right. If we are having, let's say, a while loop where we are checking if, like, while we'll be checking condition only, where we are checking the condition such that while ARR or let's say rating, okay, rating of I is less than rating of I plus 1, okay. So what we are having here, the value in the I plus 1 value is greater than the previous one, so we need to increment the value. So what we will do, we will take a variable called, let's say, increment. So we will increment it by 1, and then what we will do, the value that we have initialized with n, or the minimum number of candies that we have to return, we will add increment in that, okay. Value is equals to value plus inc. Now we need to observe this, what we are doing here for the first time the value was having 5, right, and we will be initializing increment with 0, right. Now what will happen, we are on this index and we are comparing this 1 with 2. So this 2 is greater, what will happen then, the increment, this inc will increment by 1 and we will add that inc in our value. Now we need to iterate in this loop, right. So therefore what we have to do, we will be moving our pointer forwards. For that we will move I is equals to I plus 1, means I will move forward. Now what we have here, we are on the first index now, right. From the 0th index we move to the first index. Now we will see that this value is greater than this value, so again this inc will increment by 1. Previously here what we had inc value as, it was 1 here, now it will become 2. So in the value what will happen, value which was previously as 6, right, 5 plus 1 we got, now it will be added 2 will be added here, which means we will be getting 8 here. Till now we are having an expected value as we are only incrementing, right, we are going from bottom to top. Now let's see, we have reached a point where we have an equal value, then we don't need to increment anything, right, because we will be giving only 1 candy to this person, and if we need to give only 1 candy, we have taken care of that condition previously only, where we initialize the rating with 1 for each child, right. Means every child was getting 1 candy. For that what we did, we initialized the length of the rating and we assigned it into the value that we were carrying. So we will simply, if we are getting a condition where the value is equal to the previous value, for that what we will do, we will just increment the I value, the iterator that we are having, and we will move forward, okay. So we have 2 conditions, right. We know we will have a loop for sure, okay. We will be iterating within something, okay, and we have one condition now, that if ARR of I is equals to ARR of I plus 1, then what we need to do, we will simply increment the value of I by 1, and we will not move on, like we will not go to the while conditions now. Okay, so now this is the main while loop. Inside this we will have a condition where we will check for incrementing values, right? This ARR of I plus is less than, ARR of I is less than ARR of I plus 1. Then what we have to do here, we will simply add increment is equals to increment plus 1, and we will be reinitializing it every time, right? Means let's say we have a condition like this, 1 2 3, again we come across 2, and we get again we have 2 3 4. Now in this condition what will happen, we are going from bottom to top, again we will have a lesser value, and after that we are incrementing. So we cannot continue with this, like we have here, it will store increment value as 1, it will store increment value as 2. Now here we need to stop, right? We cannot take that as forward. So again from here we need to start with 1 only. So again we need to reinitialize our increment with 1, and then it will move forward with 2. So therefore every time we the condition is breaking, or we come across a condition where ARR of I is less than ARR of I plus 1, so we will not continue with the same increment value. We will move out of the loop, and we will reinitialize the increment value, so that if we are coming in the forward or in the upcoming array elements, we are getting a condition where we are again having an incrementing array, therefore we will not get a wrong answer. Okay, so we will be incrementing means initializing increment every time we break out of the loop. And here we know that we need to increment the value of candy by incremented value, so we will have this value plus inc, and we need to increment the value of I. So we have this, we know. Okay, we are we have two condition where when the value is equal and when the value is greater. Now till where do we need to move? Okay, till where will our while loop work? We have this value, right? With this I is our iterator, so we know that we will be checking for I, we will be checking I as a condition, and till where this I will go, this will go till n minus less than n minus 1. Why? Because we are checking for one forward, right? Means we are, let's say we have 1 2 3, we have to go till first index only, right? We will be going till first index only. Why do we have to go? Because we are checking condition for I plus 1. If we go till n minus 1, then we will have we will get an error, list index out of range. So in order to avoid that, we will go till first index only. Now we have the condition, the main condition or the main while loop. Inside that, two other conditions will be running. Now this though we have the condition where we are simply incrementing the value. Now let's say we have a fall. Okay, we are going from we have reached a we are simply incrementing the value, or we have reached a peak. Let's say now we have to fall. Okay, let's say the value starts decrementing. Now we need to store those values also. Now let's say the value, the condition we have here 1 2 2 1, in this we have 3 also. Okay, so we are going from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 2, and 2 to 1. Now if we move in this order, the value is incrementing from this side. But if we are moving from this order, till here only it is incrementing, right? And then it is decrementing, right? We have reached 1 2 3, and again we are going down. And in this, what is happening? We are going up, and again we are going down. So what we will do here, if we see a condition where I plus 1 become less than I. Okay, so let's say we have a condition while the ARR of I becomes greater than ARR of I plus 1, right? This value is less than this. That means we are falling down, right? Although What would be our expected answer for this? 1 2 3. Again this will get 1 and 1. According to this, like we are moving from left to right, it will get this value. But here, if we are moving from the reverse order, this 2 should get 2 candies, right? Like in the previous one we were doing. So in order to keep a check for that, what we will do, we will count the falling values also or decreasing values also. Okay, so we will take a decreasing order value, decreasing count, and every time we are decreasing the value, we will add it in our answer. Okay, so let's say now we are going from here to here. So this is a lesser value. We will come in this loop and we will see that this ith value is greater than I plus 1. So what will happen now? Again decreasing will increment by 1. Decrement is equals to decrement plus 1. Now as I told, what I will do, I will add it in my value. So value is equals to value plus decrement. Now what is happening? According to this, only this value should increment by 1, other everything will remain same. But here what I am doing, when I am adding 1 here, okay, I am adding 1 here, and again what I will do, I will add 2 here, right? Means it is falling down, and what we are doing, we are increment, means we are increasing the decrement value every time we are falling down, and we only need this one value here. We don't need this 2. This is extra value, like this is an extra value. We don't need that 2. Okay, so we need to take care of that edge case. Okay, now what we have here, we will increment the value of I by 1, that we know. Now we are having a correct idea that we need to increment the increase the decrementing value. But the case where we are like, here what was happening, here only we needed to increase the value of this 1 by 1. But what we are doing, total we are increasing 3, right? We need only 1, but we are increasing 3. So we need to reduce this 2 value. So what we will do here, now this decrease value is 2, right? And what do we have here? Increment value. Increment is also 2, right? It will be 1 here and it will be 2 here. So increment is 2 and decrement is 2. So now what we will do, out of this loop, what we will do is, we will take a value, we will take this value and we will reduce the minimum candy. Okay, so minimum of increment and decrement. Now I will verify this, why I am doing this. So let's take one more example. 1 2 3 2 1 and 4. Okay, so we are going from 1 to 2. We will increment, the increment value will become 1. Then here increase will be 2. Here we will get decrement, right? So decrease will become 1. Here decrease will become 2. And here what will happen? Again we are incrementing, so increase will become 1. Now if we are following this order that we have here, so according to that, what will happen? Value will be initialized with 6, and now we will be comparing this both. So we will add 1 here, and again we will compare this both. We will add 2 here. Again what we will do, we will compare 3 and 2 in the reverse order that we are having. Again what we will do, we will add 1 here. After that we will add 2 there, and then again what we will do, we will add 1. Okay, so what is happening now, we are adding 1 here. Here if we are seeing this 1, okay, this 1 should be getting only 1 candy, and this 2 will be getting only 2 candies, and this 3 is getting 3 candy. Fine, 3. This 4 will be getting 2 candies. This is 1, this is 2. So what is the count that we are getting here? We are getting 1 2 3 6. 6 plus 2 8, and 8 plus 3 11. Okay, and here let's see what we are getting as the sum. 6 plus 1 7, 7 plus 5 12, 12 plus 1 13, right? We are seeing that what is happening, the problem that we are getting here is the value that we should get is 11, and what we are getting here is 2 extra than the previous one, right? When we were completing one peak, right, from lower to we were going one higher value, and one from higher we were coming to a lower value. So here what we have done, we have taken two extra values, right? This decrement by 2 was not needed, only one incremented value should be added to 2. And what we were doing, we are incrementing by, like, we were incrementing by 2 there, right? So what we will do, we will minus that extra value, and then let's say now what we have done, we have subtracted that value here. Okay, so after this condition failed, like when we, like here what happened, the value became greater than the previous one, so this condition will fail and it will move out. And then what will happen, increment is having 2 and decrement is also having 2, the minimum value will be 2 only. So from the value that we have here, so what we were getting here, 6 plus 3 plus 3, which is 3 plus 3, that is 12, right? So we need to get only 10 here, right? So for that what we will do, we will be whatever value we have and minus 2 will be done, and this 2 will be coming from the minimum of increment and decrement. Okay, so this is what we are supposed to do here. Now let's move on to the code, and we will see how to run that. Now if you have like little doubts, try running 1 2 test cases on your own, and you will get a grip on what we were doing. And in case then also you have any doubt, please let me know in the comments so that I will try to clarify it. I hope I was able to make this question easy for you, and even if you have a little doubt, please let me know so that I can clarify it more for you, and so that you, this even hard level question will become too easy for you to solve. So without delaying, now let's move on to the code. So let's see the code now. Okay, so first what we will do, we will take the length of the ratings, and we will take I, which will be initialized with 0. Now we will start the loop, and this I will be going till n less than n minus 1. Okay, and for now what we will check, we will check the condition for first, that both are equal or not. So we will take ratings of I is equals ratings of I plus 1. Then what I have to do, I will simply increment the value of I and I will move forward. So I will put continue here. I don't need to go forward. Okay, I will simply continue. And now what I will do, I will initialize increment with 0, and we will check the incrementing, right? We will move from bottom to top. So if ARR of I is less than ARR of I plus 1, then we will increase the value of this by 1, and we will add it in a value, right? So value plus is equals to INC. Now we need to initialize this value also, and the value will be initialized with n, right? The minimum number of candy that will be provided. So value will be initialized with n. Now we will increment the I value by 1. Now let's say if we have such condition where we are moving from like bottom to top, and there we are only moving in increasing order, okay, means there we are not falling down. Okay, so for that condition what we will do, we will simply return the value from here only. Okay, so let's say we reach a condition such that I will become like equals to n minus 1, then we will return the value from here only. Okay, so this is like we will be breaking out of the loop directly, and we will not see any further condition. Okay, now we will have a condition where we will check the smaller values. Okay, so ARR of I will become greater than ARR of I plus 1. For that what we have to do, we will increase the decrement value, right? For that we will initialize it, and we will be adding it in a value. So value plus is equals to decrement, and I plus is equals to 1. Now we are calculating a value, right? And we need to return the like we will be reducing the value, and we will be like reducing the minimum of like incremented value and decremented value, right? So value will be is equals to value minus minimum of increment and decrement, right? Now since what we were doing here, if we were finding a condition where I was becoming is like equals to n minus 1, we were returning the value from directly from there. And for like here in this way we also need a condition here, right? Such that if we reach a condition where we are reaching the value like we are reaching the index less than n minus 1, then we need to break out of the loop. So we will simply check a condition here also. If I is less than n minus 1 and this is like this value is greater than this, so we will decrement the value and we will add it, like the value will be subtracted out of the loop and we will return the value here. Why are we returning this out of the loop? Now let's say we started from bottom and we went to the top, and again from top we are reaching the bottom. Okay, now let's say from 1, simply let's say we are going from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, okay, and after that again from 3 to 2 we are going, and 1. Now we incremented and again we decremented, and after reaching the end we need to stop there, right? And here what is happening, we are inside a loop, right? And we need to stop at an instant, otherwise we will be keeping on checking, and this I will keep on increasing, and we will come and there will be an instant where we will face in like index out of range. And in order to avoid that, we are checking the condition that while I is less than n minus 1, then only we need to like till then only we will keep on iterating. Okay, so now for such conditions where we are going from top and after reaching the top we are reaching the bottom again, we have to return the value, right? And since what we are doing here, we are calculating the value out of this while loop, right? So we will be returning entire value out of the loop only, because what is happening here, I is becoming less than n minus 1, and for that we are coming out of this loop also, right? So simply we will be returning this value out of the loop. Now let's try to run this code. Okay, I did the same mistake, and sorry, it will be ratings. Now let's, okay, I have done the same thing here, ratings. Now let's try to run it. Let's try to submit it now. So this code has been accepted. That's it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope I was able to help you out with this question. And in order to continue with me in this coding journey, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification so you will be notified every time I post a new video. Thank you for watching.